now that you have this very close proximate neighbour who has this rather different approach, who's actually doing rather well at attracting Canadian businesses. When Canadian businesses are thinking about, do I add capacity, nearly a full employment, not very much spare capacity in the economy, they're going to the US, which now has lower corporate tax rates, doesn't have all these new regulations. What do you say to those businesses?
I mean, obviously, business owners are free to make their own decisions about that, but I certainly know that I remain focused on the long term. I mean, what's the U.S. debt approaching now? Is it $1 trillion, $2 trillion? I mean, we're talking about something that is not sustainable. We're talking about something that over the long term, I mean, we have to ask the question whether the tax cuts that they've brought in the United States are sustainable in terms of long-term fiscal stability. And the other side of things is this approach that is not recognizing that there are a lot of people, whether it's women or marginalized communities or immigrants, who don't feel like there is a path for them to succeed, is going to continue to exacerbate tensions that ultimately aren't profitable for business.
Isn't there?
So it's interesting, that's the president of Canada, Trudeau. And the reason I'm sharing this is he does bring up some really good points with the debt. First, the United States is loading up ridiculous amounts of debt. And if interest rates go up, it's going to become almost unaffordable to make those payments. And that's where I do feel like, how do you get out of debt like that? Inflation. And so if inflation does come, then, I mean, right now the dollar is still very strong. So, and obviously cryptos have not been performing well against the dollar, but long term it could completely change. And once again, that's one other future reason that I'm bullish on cryptocurrencies. And another interesting thing, which is kind of sad but true, is also a lot of really smart immigrants and like the tech jobs, they're going to Canada. They're all afraid. Like, it used to be where the smartest and the brightest would come to the US, but Canada's like slowly stealing that. So it's interesting, and that's one reason why I wouldn't mind investing in real estate in Canada. And like I said, right now I only own real estate in the United States, but I'm looking to diversify my portfolio because I don't really know if the US government is thinking long term. Unfortunately, the way it works is you're just trying to get elected every 4 years, and loading up a bunch of debt, doing a bunch of tax cuts that unfortunately our GDP growth didn't go past the 3% to help pay down the debt. So like I said, for these politicians, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be out of office in 4 years, and if you rack up the debt, it's not your problem, it's whoever comes in. So let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously, I'm not trying to get super political here. I'm just trying to talk crypto, and I do feel like right now the dollar is strong and it's great to hold the dollar, but if the debt really does become unstable, does this mean that crypto or other currencies will be a better store of value? Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you soon.